already shared with you guys my fancy little home studio renovation plus all the tutorials involved. I will put the link below and somewhere here in the video so you can head on over and watch that if you haven't already. Now, I was wanting to kind of spread out the rest of my home renovation before and after tutorial videos, but unfortunately, some rather strange, unforeseen circumstances are now happening and forcing us to once again move, which is quite maddening. So I'm going to put the rest of the home renovation tour and tutorials into this video right here. I'll put all the links to the DIY decor toots down below. And yeah, I'll let you know exactly this weird situation we found ourselves in at the end of the video. So stick around for that. And yeah, enjoy my funky little house tour. And fingers crossed we'll be able to find something similar.
This is Confessions of a Refashionista.
So let's start with the foyer and kitchen, which was covered with peeling, torn, ripped, just plain old filthy, dirty wallpaper. Alrighty, let's check out the after. Here, the front foyer, you can see it is gorgeously painted white and crisp and clean and clear. And because there was a very awkward little space there, we cut a couple of IKEA tables in half and just attached them on either side of this weird little wall. And yeah, have some nice little storage there beside the front door. Quick living room, dog in the chair, dining room. And let's move back to the kitchen area. All of that disgusting ripped wallpaper has disappeared, and it is now bright, white, clean walls. No more horrible oil stains. All of my lovely vintage decorations. Ooh, and the groovy dino jars are still going strong. Over here, more white and bright. Fantastic. And this part even here, it was a horrible fake wood, so we just added some wallpaper remnants to it. And same over here. And up there, my goodness, that was a lot of work to get all that wallpaper gone to create such a nice, clean, bright, lovely kitchen. Hello, Jack. Hello, RuPaul fish. Where are you? Hiding? The fish is hiding. There's RuPaul. RuPaul Charles, ladies and gentlemen, gorgeous fish. This lovely mirror, of course, came from Germany. I will put all the tutorials down below for all of my groovy DIY furnishings. And now the downstairs bathroom with more horrible peeling wallpaper and literal holes in the wall that we weren't aware of when we looked at the place because there was pictures hung over top of them. So that was a nice surprise on move-in day. And now the after, lovely and white again, the ripped stained wallpaper removed painstakingly, I might add, and bright white walls. And that very weird hole that was in the wall, we took care of that and, of course, filled it in, covered it up, and now that's lovely. Wonderful art that we brought over from Germany, la la la. And here is a tip for renters. If you have ugly shower doors like these kind of 1980s monstrosities here, they're very easy to cover up with a pretty shower curtain simply hung up on a very easy to remove tension rod. And then you can still use those ugly shower doors, but they're covered up by your nice fabric shower curtain. And speaking of curtains, the wonderful in the bathtub curtain that I created. Now, shall we wander upstairs and see bathroom number 2? Okay, before we head into bathroom number 2, let's take a quick peek at what it looked like before we did all the work. Once again, layers of old stained wallpaper that needed removing, and under the wallpaper, more walls that needed repairing. And once again, hideous, horrible stained wallpaper was removed and replaced with lovely white, bright walls and loads of my groovy little scores that I've kept with me from Japan and have, of course, DIY'd and thrifted as well. There is definitely a place for everything, and everything in its place in my little bathroom here. And as well, a groovy little mirror behind the door, which gets the perfect light for doing makeup. So yeah, it's really a shame that we are being forced to move after doing all of this work. But I guess the landlords are pretty happy. They got a free home renovation out of it. And yeah. The master bedroom closet had more wallpaper, and this is what was behind it. Ah! And yeah, as you can see, all of that moldy old wallpaper was scraped off and removed and replaced with some fresh new wallpaper. I also took the time and covered that kind of manky shelf with some groovy red fabric. And of course, that horrible hole that was in the closet here got covered up with some nice wood. And then I added a bunch of foaming insulation because the wind was just insane coming through there. And here's a quick tip. If you need some groovy high heel storage, go ahead and put a towel bar up in your closet and then hang up your high heels. And the other closet had a hole behind the wallpaper too. And now the kiddo's closet is bright, fresh, and clean, just like everything else we've done to this house. And yeah, that disgusting, horrible wallpaper has been all pulled down and replaced with this lovely vintagey pattern, and the terrible hole that was in the back of the closet that led to just under the roof area was covered up with a wood plank and painted. But yeah, so much nicer and fresher and cleaner and functional once again. So as you saw there, we put an awful lot of work into this house because we thought we would be living here and renting here for quite some time. Kiddo is going to the local school, and yeah, doing all of this renovation work for nothing, for free, is you know, not something that most people would undertake lightly. Very unfortunately, we recently came to discover that not only were we being harassed by our neighbor for unknown reasons, and we keep ourselves to ourselves. We don't drink, we don't smoke, we don't have parties. We're very quiet people who basically have no life except working and you know, looking after the kids. Anyway, so yeah, because of this weird harassment that was going on, I approached the neighbor and you know, asked, can you please let me know why you're doing this to us? And in no uncertain terms, this elderly gentleman let me know that he was very good friends with the owners of the house, and since the beginning of our tenancy, he had been providing them with weekly reports on us, which I'm at a loss as to what they could possibly contain, other than, you know, they left, took the child to school, came home, worked, left to the supermarket, came home. It's very strange to me. Anyway, and it was actually according to him, at the request of the landlord, that he do this harassment of us, which is kind of unacceptable in my mind. Again, if anyone had any problems with us, it would have been very easy to simply come over and knock on the door. But apparently that's not how they do things here. I don't know. It's been quite an emotional roller coaster these past few days, and it's again having to move again, and like I said, having a child in the local school, and now having to try to find another house is quite a large expense and quite a bit of stress and everything. But again, we definitely do not want to stay in the house or even, you know, in the local vicinity with a neighbor that is going to behave that way, and especially with landlords who are going to behave that way. Anywho, so fingers crossed we find something that's in a much better condition than this was, because we're not going to make the same mistake again and do a bunch of home renovations for free. Yeah, fingers crossed, and wish us luck that we're able to find a suitable home in a suitable neighborhood with a suitable school. Okay, and yeah, hope you enjoyed the tour.